hard to sum up oneself. Maybe impossible. Are we defined by our professions? Why at parties is the answer to "what do you do" always the part of ourselves that is our least part? I'm a computer programmer. Is that who I am? Is that what I am? Is that what I do? I do it less than I sleep. I do it less than I wish I did something else. I'm not a computer science student. I'm not an animal lover. I'm not a nerd. I'm not a runner. But I am. Who is Stephen Connolly? What makes me who I am? Who am I? Am I my experiences? My passions? Maybe I am my work. I know what I'm not. That's a lot easier to point to. I'm not, for instance, a strong reader. I belong to a family of strong readers. A group of people who would easily have a label for themselves. Academics. I can tell you that I'm not that. School has always been a chore for me, never a sanctuary. Both of my parents work because they love to work. Retired is what they would call themselves. But that is not what you would call them if you could watch them day to day. They just love to do. Am I an alcoholic? An addict? Once upon a time, it would have been easy for me to give myself that label. It's a label that's hard to shake. Even when I was an alcoholic, is that what I was? I think for that question, many people would tell you the answer is a resounding yes. And maybe not unfairly. People say that addicts are never truly free of their addictions. That best case scenario, they move from being addicts to recovering addicts. Is that a label that I would take to my grave? I allow myself to drink. I keep alcohol in the house. I give myself limits and I stay within them. Sometimes I even let myself drink a lot. Does that mean I'm weak? Does that mean I'm cured? I don't feel weak. I don't think I'm destroying myself. My fiance and I are having a bar at our wedding. Will all of our guests die with the label enabler? So, what do I call myself now? I have lots of interests, even passions. When I was a kid, my greatest passion was fencing, and I was very good at it. My coaches really changed my life. One time, I even made it to the World Cup on the US national team. But I'm definitely not a fencer. I don't even keep track of the international standings anymore. I can't bear to part with my nicest swords, and I still keep some of the more prestigious medals. But soon I'll run out of closet space, and they'll get the chop too. Why is it easier to let go of that part of my life than the others? I fenced a lot longer than I drank. It brought me more joy, even took me around the world. It seems like that should be harder to shake off than the destructive parts of your life. Now my time is filled mostly with chores and duties. Animals to feed and clean, homework to do in a timely manner, dinners to cook, dishes to clean. I don't even mind doing them mostly, but I certainly don't think of them as being representative of who I am. Are the things that I do in my free time who I am? If so, then the world would not hesitate to call me a nerd. I spend my time patrolling programming forums. I listen to sci-fi audiobooks. I'm dedicating my summer to developing a Magic the Gathering deck-building web app. I suppose being a nerd is pretty good, relatively speaking. Being known for the things that make you happy has to be better than being known for the ones that destroy you. Finally, I'll say that perhaps one's true identity cannot be solidified before entering the professional world. Those partygoers who say that they're teachers or bankers aren't wrong, and maybe they're even right. Soon I'll enter that world, and maybe then all of the stouting will disappear. Until then, thank you very much for listening, and thank you for a great semester.